fashionably late as always.
Yes. Welcome, everyone. Once again, we are, in fact, fashionably late. Let me see. Let me introduce you guys. Elliot is playing Alokin, the gnome wizard who might be recovering from being evil, but is mostly pretty evil. Ziv is playing Slar, who's a warlock fighter, blender, servant of, well, we won't say, and all around battlefield controller and damage dealer. And
mostly evil.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
and
lethal.
Spencer is playing Panben, that's not Dennis playing Marcus. Let me correct that on the stream.
I'm getting into it.
And so rather than being a Dragonborn sorcerer, he's a rogue. With
the heart and gold.
Yes, truly.
Except if, yeah,
Slar with
at
a
least
heart
in his own mind.
Okay.
It's a shame Marcus can't make it tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dennis can't make it tonight due to internet issues, but he should be back next week. And let me see. Does anybody have any shout-outs? Spencer, I know that you made Quidditch Nationals. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was last week, University of Richmond Quidditch. If anyone's from the Mid-Atlantic region, shout out to that.
Very cool.
That's all I got.
Anybody else have news, excitement, Fallout 4 eating the brain?
Yeah, Fallout 4 for a little bit that I can play is amazing. I've only got like maybe 10 hours total now on it. Makes me so sad. Stay home for Thanksgiving. Don't go out. Don't get shot. Don't get stabbed. Don't get robbed. Don't get stampeded. Best Buy or Walmart or wherever you go in America. Stay home. Otherwise, if you decide to go out, it's from Thursday till all weekend in Best Buy. Fuck it. I'll advertise. I'm not making money.
There you go.
I'll advertise. Why not?
All right. Ziv?
Nothing to show too much.
Okay. So let's start with Spencer, because you have 2.5 weeks in which the others were wandering around the swamp, looking for treasure.
Yeah, can we update Spencer on what he did, or like what we gave him to take home and such?
Absolutely.
What?
So let me see. There was a cart that had a bunch of dragon parts in it.
Dragon. Like he killed the dragon, so that's his notch on his belt. I want Spencer to have that.
Yeah. I'm a dragon rider and a dragon slayer.
Oh no, Slar's the dragon rider.
Actually, I'm the dragon rider.
But
I wrote it last time.
Dragon for a while.
Oh no, I rode the real dragon.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
And the only reason why he almost got away is because you never leveled up your character, and you did that 1 point boost to hit him and get that one last HP hit to kill him.
I was going to.
And I found it out completely by accident. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use some hit die to rest. He's level 12.
Hey.
No.
Well, I apologize. I was a little preoccupied with Quidditch at the moment, so.
These kids in their extreme sports.
Seriously, though.
That's fine. You got the last hit.
What happened to all-time shootouts?
You did, however, again end up with all the loot by yourself because we sent you off to Waterdeep with a cart, a wagon with 2 horses, full of dragon scales, fangs, the head, claws, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, I don't know how that keeps happening.
Yeah, and we did suggest to make it into like studded leather armor for you, which should be magical. It's just acid resistance. Shouldn't be. Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool.
Okay. So when you get back with your cart to the gates, there's a long line of people waiting to get into the city, and you see the city guard, which is a little bit different from the city watch. They're like more they're more military, patrolling up and down the line, asking people questions.
I'll just stop the cart, put my feet up on the little, on the front, and just kind of wait in line.
Okay.
Because, I want to find out what's going on.
So a guard does come up and seems to he gives you sort of a look of recognition and says, "Are you Penben?"
Well, I don't like to just spread my name around, but yes, I am.
I apologize for the delay, sir. I'll try to get you passed through as soon as possible.
Oh, no, well, thank you. Did you do that? Oh, it's so nice. Kill a dragon, suddenly you're everyone's hero.
So, despite that assurance, it does take about 25 minutes, a little under half an hour. But eventually, the guard returns and issues you forward ahead of the little bit of line that was left. There wasn't much ahead of you at that point, but some. And as you roll through the gates, just inside, you see someone familiar.
I wonder who it is. Oh, hi. Oh, great.
There goes more loot.
And Lillian Viatin says, "Hello, my friend.
Hi.
I'm very pleased that you've returned. Please, walk with me."
Do I? I
And
guess
he's
I
your
have
friend.
to. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to? It's been a little while.
Indeed, it has. My goodness. We've been busy. We've rode for, was it Daggerford? And had a little run-in with that Cult of the Dragon. It's such a mess. But yes, we've dealt with that.
Excellent. And
So, been a little busy.
what do you know of the recent unpleasantness in the city?
Oh, by unpleasantness, do you mean the whole demon stuff, or did I miss something fun?
Primarily that. Oh, and if you could make a wisdom save, I verify, but I believe it's wisdom.
15. That's better than I normally get here.
Okay. So let me verify real quick.
She's a DC 19. Sorry, Panman.
Hmm.
I'm just making it up.
Yeah, wisdom. Okay.
Uh,
Yes, you have a very pleasant conversation, and he treats you to lunch, and
oh,
yeah, and
nice.
you know, nothing seems to go amiss. Uh, where do you head after that pleasant encounter?
Where did the cart go?
Oh, it's right outside the restaurant, completely unharmed. Uh, no one has touched any of the contents.
Okay, good. In that case, I want to bring that back to base.
Oh, you do remember that during lunch, uh, you made an excellent deal for the Zhentarim uh, about getting them a larger place to stay at. The old the place that Farron and Cathra was staying. That you now have essentially legal title.
Essentially.
Excellent.
There's some details, but it's just paperwork.
Yes. Boring old paperwork.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just a soul here. No big deal. A soul there.
Ah, good. Yeah, so that's fun. So yeah, I guess, head back and
Okay,
tell
so to
everyone
the
the
so to the safe
Yeah,
house
to the
or
old
to Old
house.
Dan's?
Hmm. Ooh, you know what? Yeah. Should go to Old Nan first. Yes, to go to the Hanged Man. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see. She's actually there. Not downstairs, but up in her rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "It's good to see you, laddie."
Oh man, how good it is to hear your voice. I feel like we haven't spoken in forever.
It's been a time. We time.
Good. Mm-hmm. I agree. So, have you, how in the loop are you on where I've been so far? Because I think I have a great surprise for you.
Oh, well, I'd like to think I am. There's been quite a lot going on during the last few days.
And did you hear could you, hear anything about where I've been?
Something to do with dragons?
Yes. Oh my goodness, the dragons. Specifically one that I've killed and brought in a cart. Here. Just outside.
Oh.
Sans cart. You don't want to know about the heart.
I suppose I don't.
It's nasty, let me just say that.
Let me see. So, have you heard about, well, I guess they're still in deliberation, but there's been, there seems to be some sort of shakeup amongst the lords.
How so?
There's some new law about Not casting magic. It's the details escape me, but it's you know, not our
I
problem.
can understand. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
And there was also something about you joining the Grey Hands. What's that about?
Gray hounds?
Okay, so you've heard of them, and now that she mentions them, yeah, Lilton may have mentioned something about that. But they are they're sort of an adjunct to the City Watch that deal with problems that the regular City Watch can't deal with. Generally made up of adventurers, you know, relatively high level. And being part of the Zhentarim, you wouldn't think that an invitation to that would be forthcoming, and whether or not you'd want to accept it.
Yeah, it's the funniest thing. I don't recall agreeing to that. Or just, yeah, but I guess I did. I'm a little fuzzy on the details myself.
Yeah, it was announced that you would. I don't know if it was, you know, bullcrap or not. I don't know if you want to actually go to the palace and sort that out, but perhaps.
Yeah,
I don't know whether it's the. I mean, it's certainly more attention than I would want. There may be advantages, and there's probably, but there are definitely disadvantages. I mean, they'll expect things.
Yeah, who doesn't these days? But yeah, I swear I would remember something like that, but it's. My head's been so fuzzy as of late.
Oh,
I think someone's.
has someone been messing with you?
Potentially, I think maybe. Like, you know, I'm not a fan of this magic stuff.
Yes.
Nor am I
With good reason.
good at it. Yes, and so potentially something's messed with my head. But Grey Hands, why in the seven hells? My great. Ugh. I should probably sort this out, and I don't know.
Yes, and I don't know. I'm not sure what else is going on, but they've been there's been a number of further emergency meetings scheduled amongst the lords. So quite a lot of uproar from the whatever happened with the devils at the Blackstaff Tower. What did happen?
No, it's a mess. There's so much blood. We managed to kill them all. Now, I'm not. I was like compelled to keep the secret of what happened with Abaddon or Apollyon rather.
No, there is no compulsion. Just I mean, there was a deal made, so breaking it could have some, very dangerous consequences. But there's nothing to keep you from doing it other than that.
I don't want to bring any problems onto that. He's obviously very powerful, so I'll just leave it at we lost a lot of good people. Well, we call them good people. They're gods. They mean well. And they provided us an opportunity to sort out the business in there. It was bad. It was bad. I can understand what the lords are pushing for lack of magic
Yes.
in the city
yes.
now.
Someone that whole dragon thing. I also heard that there was that right after you left, there was some sort of emissary from some sort of draconic council. I don't know the details. It's sort of above my pay grade, as it were.
Hmm. But what sort of an emissary who came to the lords?
Some sort of again, I don't know the details. Some sort of emissary from some group of dragons that came to the Council of Waterdeep, the high muckety mucks of the Sword Coast.
That's troubling. What was the outcome of all that? Did you hear anything about that?
No, afraid not.
Well, I have to ask around.
Yeah. Maybe the Harpers would know. Amalia.
That's a good lead. Yeah. Well, obviously I have some work to do. Now, about the dragon outside, dead dragon now.
Yeah, that's a bit more attention than I would prefer, I have to say.
Yes, I apologize, but if I knew anyone who could point me in the right direction of someone who might be able to handle a job or rather a marketable opportunity of this size, it wouldn't be you.
Oh. Well, there's less call for dragon pieces in the dockside, but up in trades, there's a Fernan Debs. He's he'll probably get you a reasonable deal.
What if I wanted to work it into something, you know?
Oh, well. There's all the there's a number of shops in both trades and castle that would do a good job there.
Then I'm off, and I'll be probably sure to get this whole mess off the porch. But yes, though, if I may make a suggestion, the house of Amcathra has recently come into possession of Zhentarim. If you wanted some more ears in the organization, I would suggest, I'm sure we'll be looking for staff and such to keep it clean. And if you want, I could make a few recommendations, but I think we could come to. I think you'll be able to get it in on your own.
I'll have some of the wee lads swing by.
All right, yes.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you. And I think I'll head out at that.
Okay. Take care, my boy.
And you as well. Okay.
Okay. So, from there, do you head to, what's it, the safe house? Or somewhere else?
I want to go to Vernon Debs.
Okay.
Oh, no, well... I actually want to go to the blacksmith in the castle ward first. There's the, oh no, we know the really good magic shop. The place we went for Manos shield.
Yes.
Hmm.
What was that? I think it was in the castle ward.
How much gold left?
Let me see. Um, I don't remember the name, and it'd take too long to find it. But that place.
Yes. So I'm gonna go in and want to ask if he's ever worked with dragon skin plate before.
Indeed, sir.
Ah, well, I haven't. I have happened to come into possession of fine specimen. If you would look outside, you could see it. But I was wondering if you might be able to work it into something light enough for a frail little man like myself to wear, without being too encumbered and clumsy.
Let me take a look. He goes out and comes back a few moments later. Yes. Despite the lack of skill that was used in butchering the beast, I'm sure that I can put together.
I would strap them up nicely.
I'm sure that I can put together a fine suit for you. You want it to have the thickness of leather, I take it.
Yeah, that would be good. Something nice and light, nothing too heavy. I want to be able to. Be able to feel it breathe. You know.
Of course.
Nice.
Let me see. I can have. I believe I can have that ready for you in, let's say, 10 days. And let's call that 600 gold.
600 gold sounds great. Now, if I may ask, will you need the entirety of it, or can you peel the pieces you need off and leave other interesting organs? Because, I'm trying to maximize here.
Well, I certainly don't need the head or any of those, that extra claw or anything. But the rest would be useful, of course.
I see. So, if you don't mind, I'll leave it here, and then I might have to speak to another interested client about the pieces you don't need, and I'll bring him in, and we can have a nice little talk about what you need, what he wants, and if you wouldn't mind.
I'm sure we can come to a reasonable accommodation.
Of course. I want to make sure you have all the material you need, and I'll take out 600 gold and hand it over.
Okay.
And now I will leave the card behind and seek out Vernon Debs.
Okay. So he's in sort of a back alley of the trades ward, and the looks like the place has seen somewhat better days, but it's not completely horrible. You walk in. He's huge, like close to 300 pounds. Has spectacles, and the sweat that's covering him seems like a permanent fixture.
Is he looking for Han Solo? Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
I would. I'd love to do a Hut voice, but no.
That's fine. I'll ask him. Oh, hello. Is it Mr. Debs? Is it?
Yeah. What do you want?
I have an opportunity for you to buy some fantastic pieces of let's call it a draconic in nature.
Oh,
Yes, well, I don't
In
know if you
nature.
know who I am. I don't.
Pipsqueak?
Oh no, we're talking full old dragon. Lived a good long life, which I promptly ended. And good news is there are pieces of it which are available to sell for you if the proper gold is offered.
Show me.
Well, I've left it at another location if you wouldn't mind coming to see it, and we can walk and talk. I've been out the city for a bit. You can, if you wouldn't mind humoring me with a few daily events.
As a matter of fact, I would not.
Oh well then. I can tell you right now. Well, I could tell you right now that for a sale is claws in the head and other, more cosmetic pieces.
Or are you sure it's not a knife in the back that you're selling?
My goodness. No, my God, no. I'm in the business of making money, sir, and stabbing wealthy man such as yourself could only net so much. I hope to take your coin honestly.
Repetitively.
See, I've learned. I may be a dirty, thieving, rogue-looking type, but believe me, in my heart, I'm a businessman. And you don't become a good businessman if you don't know the art of a deal. So, what do you say? Can we make a deal? Will you go on a walk with me? You could bring as many city guard around as you like. We'll take all the big streets. It will be a lovely time.
Tell you what. You come back and show me the goods, or get the hell out. How's that, if it suits you?
Well, it works. It's not the best thing, but I'll work. I'll see what I can do. And nod and then leave.
Okay.
Guy's an asshole.
Considering does
No,
not.
the guy is cautious.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Cautious is one thing. He's an asshole.
A little bit of both.
I think the correct term is being cautious about his asshole.
So yeah, for right now, I'm just gonna let that sit.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm not feeling in the selling mood right now.
Okay. Well, what we could do is kind of expand the time frame a bit, and unless there's stuff that you want to do, in micro, we could just say that you get the armor, and that you handle the move from the old safe house to the manor, and then there'll be some other political goings on that you'll hear about. And if there's anything else that you want to get done during that time, let me know. That work or?
Yeah, that works for me. If I could, Alukin has taken bottles of this thing's blood.
Yeah, but I kept it. That stayed with me in my chest.
Yes.
So, because I'm going to use it later.
For what? Can I take a roll to see why in the world he would want that?
I think that is called Arcana check.
I can do that.
That would be a very difficult Arcana check.
Well, not like what you might want, but like the properties of dragon blood, perhaps.
Oh, that's fair. Fair enough.
Still an
Possibility.
Arcana check. Wow. I'm shocked. He actually knows magic.
Oh yeah, I know a few things.
He's a penman. He knows stuff. Things.
I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Okay. So, Elliot, what did you want the dragon blood for?
Well, I'm aware that sorcerers, such as Marcus, for example, have their magic given to them from multiple sources. Some of them have been foretold to be from dragon's blood. That being said, this is an acid-type dragon, and perhaps I was hoping to make that acid blood into some other kind of device. Maybe, I don't know, something's with gnome, combine that with gnome tinkering or with some other future magics, because there is no spell components that require dragon blood specifically, but I was hoping to work with something that at a much later point in time.
Okay.
Something with tinkering and or magic.
Okay.
Maybe combine the two, either to make a device for Panben or for someone else in the party with acid dragon blood.
Okay.
Or
So,
maybe I'll just the most uncreative thing I could do is sell it for, somebody who would use it.
Yeah. Panben, you don't know of any spell components in which, or spells in which dragon blood's a component, but that is a possibility. And certainly it would be useful as a ingredient in potions of acid resistance.
Okay. Well, then I could probably sell that for a profit. As long as he doesn't do anything weird with it, that's what I'm worried about. Last time I left him unattended for too long, he killed Lady Blackstaff. So...
Yeah. There was that.
You could have stopped me. I was counting on your stuff.
It's fine. It's all water on the bridge. So...
The winds of hell.
Yeah. So, I'll get my armor. I'll tell everyone, hey, good news. We're getting the new place. If I could, I'd also send a runner or find a way to get in contact with Anagan that the old hideout's open, and that might be another spot that if you wanted to have someone move into, that's another kind of safe house for our guys.
Okay. You figure that's the sort of thing that she'll definitely know without you telling her.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect then.
Yeah. So let me see. You get the armor. The head, and so you are trying. Do you eventually move the head over to Fernan, or no? You don't want to deal with that asshole.
If he's the one who's gonna be willing to give me a good price for it, I'll take old man's word and
Yeah.
I'll deal with his assholery.
Okay.
And I'll bring
Well,
it
there
to
might be somebody else in the city you could try.
I just feel, you gotta listen to old Nana's advice. She knows what she's doing for the most part.
Okay. So let me see. There was the head. There was Elican. Did you keep that? You kept the spine from the wing, right?
Yeah, I kept the spine for the wing, also in my chest. The 6 vials of blood and the spine are the only things I kept,
Okay.
specifically from the dragon itself. And then the rest of it, the rest of my chest is filled with as many gems from that horde as possible.
Okay.
Ooh, wait. I'm just gonna keep a claw.
Okay.
Yeah, I want a claw.
Okay. So for the head and other pieces in the cart, they'll give you 335 gold.
Can I haggle?
Sure.
Okay. 24.
Okay.
This is a piece of history right here,
You know how hard it is to kill an adult dragon?
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
A lot of work there. Got to
Ink.
add in the cost of labor.
Trying to downplay your deeds.
Hmm.
He says,
Oof.
"Yeah, fine. You're robbing me, but I'll give you 425."
Deal. I told you. I'm gonna take your gold honestly and through your pockets.
Yeah.
But I
Now
think
get the hell out.
I think you have made a splendid choice today. Good day. And I'll say it in a breath. That's however many days you have left.
My cholesterol's a bitch.
Yeah.
It'll get you. Also, if you're an asshole, someone's gonna end up stabbing you.
Yeah. It does make it more likely. So over that time, you do hear a little bit more about that law, and apparently there's more laws coming out and being posted. What it comes out to is that any arcane conjuration capable of summoning an animate entity or opening a passage to another plane is illegal to use without the express permission of a lord. And that anyone capable of casting spell, and this came out a little bit later, but anyone capable of casting spells must register with Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. You do hear. Well, okay. Are you specifically listening for everything that comes out, or is it just kind of background noise and you're just catching the big stuff?
I would definitely be interested in everything that's coming out with this. That and a little less so, but also just as much the bit with the guy who was trying to dig more into the sewers.
Yes.
So those two issues are the ones I'd be focusing on. Everything else is just
okay. So apparently, that actually did pass, but narrowly, and the funds were very limited rather than what was asked for.
All right. That's good.
And it was, and the scope of it was limited to improvements in the north and sea wards. So, the richest wards wanted their some extra protection, but screw everybody else.
That's fair. Well, if that is what I think it is, and I think it is a way for the eye to make some sort of emergence, I don't mind if it's for the if the rich and high and mighty get beat down first?
Yes.
No, that's just none of my business.
Yes. Let me see. The lords themselves have granted themselves some rather unprecedented powers to seize property. With limited bureaucratic involvement. They can just say, "Oh, this person is a criminal, and thus this property will be seized." And which seems rather extreme, but probably the most surprising is that the law against slavery is repealed. This happens sort of late in the sessions, like a full 2 weeks in. There's a bunch of debate over possibly replacing Mahar Zeltun, who's the head of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. A change hasn't been made yet, but both Raphael Wands and Vajra Safar have been discussed as possible replacements. House Adarbrant galleons arrived in the docks and are starting to be outfitted as warships, using new and some of the weapons being attached seem to be new alchemical and magical weapons of some sort. There's news back from that whole delegation from the dragons thing. Apparently, Delon Winterhound, who's the representative from the Emerald Enclave, went to meet with this council of dragons, whoever they are, but it. Actually, let me save that. But early word is that it's not going well. But yeah, that's about it.
That's only slightly terrible and horrifying.
Yeah, and that also in the last days before Slar and Alokin arrive, a messenger comes to the front gates at the manor to deliver a bill, which is upon reading is the for the first payment on some sort of loan involving the manor. The first payment that's for one of let's call it one of 4 this year is let me see,
Rent expense. Ugh.
Like it's paper places to live.
Unfortunately, Wilton did not fill me in on that.
Yes. Divided by 4. Divided by, let's say, over Yes. 3,500 gold.
Is that per month?
No, that's quarterly for 10 years.
No, that's not too bad.
How much was that?
So, but that is 140,000 gold total.
Okay. 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 Okay, dokie. Well, the Zhentarim have money, don't they?
Well, if
They do.
Zhentarim is living,
Yes.
yeah. If the Zhentarim is living, I mean, this is like out of character, bro. If the Zhentarim is living in this keep, the Zhentarim should pay for the bill.
You think?
Sure. You think, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna go talk
That
to.
seems reasonable.
I can't remember his name.
Hennebeck?
Hennebeck about this. Yeah. Like, what's the situation here? Do we have the funds to pay for this?
He says, well, perhaps. We could probably afford it, but luckily you offered to. It's right there
At
in the
what
paperwork.
point? Oh, dear God. Yeah, like, suppose I did.
And,
Fantastic.
and good luck with that. I've heard that the Vig from fucking Sigil is outrageous. So, oh well. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Always Batman, go fuck yourself.
So yeah, I guess when they're coming into the city, I'm getting back from paying off that first rent.
Okay. Oh, and you notice that the bank is something called the Bank of Sigil rather than that dragon bank, the Yorhe.
Okay. Right. Good. I'm glad this is all happening.
Man, everything, what happened 2 weeks that we're gone?
Yep. Well, 2.5.
Everything's being, everything's just being repossessed. Granted, we did kind of make a power vacuum, just a little bit.
I was kind of hoping that Tanban, that coming back much earlier, could have stemmed the tide.
Against what? The magic bill?
That'd be kind of funny.
Like, I'm handling all this financial stuff, okay?
Oh,
The group
so
talker
yeah.
is now paying for things. Couldn't possibly go wrong.
So yeah, the 3,500 on the bill is pretty clear, but it does go on for several pages and is in very difficult to decipher legalese.
Great. Yeah, it's not in Thieves' Can, is it?
No.
Worth a shot. So yeah, I'll go to the bank and pour out the first 3,500. Oh God. Oh, that hurt to say. Okay. Yeah. Paying that.
Okay.
I'm back to normal amounts of wealth.
All the money you made from selling the dragon parts, basically, and more.
Yeah.
Considerably more. So around this time, Alokan, Slar, and Marcus arrive back at the city, and Marcus finds that he has a hard time pushing in. Like each step is like pushing against it, like a 500-pound weight.
Hmm.
So after going in a little, he's like, forget this. I'll go see what I can do elsewhere to fight Tiamat.
That sounds like something Marcus would do.
Zealots to the end.
But as he's leaving, you see Delon Winterhound arriving at the gates, who's the rep from the Emerald Enclave. And he doesn't look cheerful.
Oh,
Oh, well.
well, we're gonna greet him, I guess.
Yep.
I imagine we have a lot of, between the three of us, we're toting what, 15,000? My chest can only carry so much, so that's whatever that's full of. It's not there, obviously. But between myself and Slaw and Marcus, we're toting some stuff. And I still try to identify what this magical gem does. By the way, I've cast identify it, who knows how many times.
Oh, okay.
Try to do it and such.
Yeah, it's a elemental gem. It summons. If you break it, it summons a water elemental.
I'm gonna give it to Slar. It's like, you might want. Like, and I'll tell him what it does. And then and when I see Pambin, I guess I don't know who has the whip right now, but
You do.
Oh, I have the whip.
Yeah, we found it in the hold.
That's right. Oh,
Okay. Oh, so Delon says, "Hail. What news?"
well, Slar?
We met the big guy in the swamp. He didn't like it.
Was
I don't remember the name of the dragon.
was Daggerford saved?
It
Looks
was
like it
from
was
that
attacked
point.
several times. We managed to stem the major attacks.
Yeah, but they ended up getting the town was eventually sacked.
Oh. I wish my news was better. I met with a group of metallic dragons who were considering helping the council in the fight against the cult of the dragon. Nothing's written in stone yet, but I think that they're going to do it on their own, unless.
Well, the metallic dragons are fighting against us. We killed the black dragon. So it would make more sense for the chromatic dragons or the metallic dragons to fight against the chromatic with our help.
It would indeed.
We're getting some.
Yeah, coordination could make all the difference. But unfortunately, given the you've seen the council, they're fractious and overprivileged, and I wasn't given leave to give much of the way of concessions.
What are they looking for?
Yeah.
They wanted. Let me see. It was. Well, the dragons themselves didn't spell things out so much as I would like. There was some mention of apologies over some magics that the elves wrought years ago, as well as an apology for the dwarves when they were hunting dragons as well. But there may be more, but that's all that was made clear to me.
I guess we should go meet up with the rest and see, make sure Marcus doesn't run off too far in his own.
Okay, well,
I'm saying we should go meet up with Panben and the other Zhentarim and see what's going on.
well, good luck to you.
Hey, no mention of my lovely assistant. I'm surprised.
Oh yes.
But I'm not saying anything. My assistant's just there quiet.
Yes.
I'm just thinking, like, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know her, so he like his eyes shift back and forth from you to her a couple of times, but he
Excellent.
seems to mostly
I'm
be
just being
focused on
observant.
business.
I'm being observant, so
Okay.
that's it for me.
Okay. So you guys, I guess, head back to the safe house.
The old one? Yeah.
Sounds about right.
And you get there and you see a couple of old dance kids.
Yeah, they're back.
I'd ask him
Okay,
where's
what the fuck?
yeah, where's Panben?
Oh, he's probably at your new headquarters.
On your headquarters.
Yes.
I'm looking at Alec.
Up in the castle district.
Oh, I've been with you. I don't know anything about new headquarters.
Okay, didn't know that he was going to splurge all immediately.
Jesus. Well, let's go find him.
Yeah,
The
taking the
castle-
address and heading over there.
Okay.
the
So
castle
yeah,
district.
the address is very familiar. And
We're going that
yeah,
way.
It's
you
the
get-
castle we cleared out.
Yes. One and the same.
Then let's go.
Okay.
Lord, what's his name's castle that we took over?
Yeah.
Morgie's daddy.
Yes. Oh, he's not there.
Well, he's pretty much owned by the Zhentarim at this point.
Yes.
I mean, the gay is probably wore off and all that good stuff. He's probably not in the best positions to argue.
Yeah, it's not a stretch to imagine he's in a bad way. Oh, he's not there either. So yeah, you get to the manor, and there's Panben. There's all the new recruits with considerably more room to train and practice and sleep.
So, then, Slar, you have anything to say to Panben?
Hey, look who made
Hey.
it back in one piece.
Yeah, kind of spending too much money immediately right away.
What are you talking about? Oh, the rent. My goodness, yeah. Believe me, They are robbing us. Wasn't my first choice, but we needed some room.
Not that much, but oh well. Let me guess. We're dirt poor again.
Well, we got some stuff we could sell. I'm sure there are plenty of interesting bits and bobs we've collected that could go for a hefty price.
So
And,
that is a
I've-
yes.
I've got a little thrown around money. Let's say that we're not dirt poor, but I'm not buying the house anytime again soon.
Yep,
Like-
we're dirt poor.
Actually, I forget if I took the cantrip message. I'm imagining we're somewhere where there's high traffic right now.
Fairly, like right behind the manor is one of the biggest thoroughfares in the city.
Okay, well, I'm going to, if everyone wants to hang on, let's ritually cast telepathy, Rory's telepathic bond.
Oh well.
If you want to hang around for a few minutes and you two talk while I'm casting.
Well, actually, I think most of the conversation is best kept hidden from the rest of the team.
I'm
Looking
guessing
around,
the three of us because Marcus isn't here.
looking around, I'm looking at the recruits. All still present and accounted for?
You don't see the ones that you talked to.
The whole 5, or just the 2 that joined?
Well, so far you haven't seen any of the 5.
Any of the 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Not doing anything immediate about it. Yeah, still we have Kosh, which I'm not that pleased about. But right now I don't know if Kosh won or the demon was more imaginative than Slaw planned.
Well, I'm going to cast Rory's telepathic bond, and we're going to have a psychic link.
Okay.
And now, basically, any conversation we have is going to be mental.
Okay.
But after I'm done casting, we'll pull out this whip and flail it around a little bit to get Panman's attention and just toss it at him. 'Cause I can't use a whip. I'm like, whatever. This is more suited to the type anyway.
You might as well just spank him with it.
Make a grapple check on Panman. And so we went down the drain.
Okay.
So, Panman,
So-
anything you want to tell us? I'm going to ask you
Oh
what's
my-
been going on in the last 2 weeks or so.
Oh, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna like this. The good news is, slavery's been repealed.
So we
So
can have slaves again?
It's legal again?
it is legal. That is no one really
Okay.
saw that coming. Also, well, there's been a lot of mobilization in the harbor in terms of warships. I'm sure you've already heard about the whole dragon embassy thing, and also all spellcasters have to register with the Waterdeep government. The magic mages and protectors, and any spell which summons things from different planes has been outlawed. So that's fun. That's
Someone's things from different planes, huh? It's not a big deal, but the whole magic registration is rather annoying.
I don't like this shit.
Yeah,
What could possibly go wrong?
I can tell
Yeah.
you why Star wouldn't like it. I study, but I don't summon demons, so it's not a huge deal to me. At least I haven't yet.
I'm right now going over my spell list and checking how illegal slur is.
Yeah, does he have anything that
like 6
either
spells.
summons a sentient entity, or I don't, or like opens a gate to like plane shift?
No, you might get that probably on the next level or next 2 levels.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about grabbing plane shift too, but actually I have it in one of the spell books.
Actually, I guess that doesn't open up a gateway. That just moves you, right? So
Yeah, that just
yeah,
teleports something.
so that wouldn't be
It-
illegal.
Well, out of character, they really changed the spells in 5th edition. There isn't any actual spell that opens the gate 2 ways completely from 2 planes. The best you get is a gate between 500 feet.
There is Arcane Gate, which I think is a level 8 or 9 spell. I think
And-
8 or 9 spell.
Opens a path between 500 feet.
I could have sworn
That's
there
all.
was- Really? I could have sworn there was one spell that actually summoned shit.
The closest thing is maybe teleportation circle, but that's about it.
No. There's actually there's a legitimate spell because you need the magic circle. Like you cast magic circle first, and then you can summon things through a gate into the circle. But I forget what the hell the spell is off the top of my head.
The closest thing is level 9 gate. That's all.
Yeah, that might be it.
And summon planar allies, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right. Well,
It actually blocks priest more than blocks arcane casters.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, the
since we're
wording
here-
is arcane magic that does that.
What's that?
Come again?
The wording of the law, it mentions arcane magic that does that, not divine.
Off the top of my head, I don't know of any spells that actually do that, but I can look at my spell book or the spell book.
Well, there's a number that summon sentient entities, at the very least.
So no zombies.
If they're summoned rather than raised, yeah.
No, they're all raised.
Yeah.
What's the other word? Enemy objects.
Doesn't summon.
Doesn't summon.
Yeah.
Conjure elementals, but those are. Yeah, I guess conjure elementals.
Conjure elementals, conjure woodland beings, all the conjure line.
Yeah, which
Most of it is not arcane, actually.
Yeah. Most of those are not arcane. So I can't think of. I really can't think of anything. I'm looking like real quick on this. I'm at 3rd level list. Nothing there. Well, yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look real quick. So it's a spell. It's a law. It doesn't really affect us much.
Except the registration part, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, the registration part. Like, why are we registering? There's hundreds, if not thousands, of magic users in Waterdeep.
Yes, there are.
And
it's probably in the
actually, this is a good point, Ben. I would really want to know why this kind of law passed, especially considering the council is mostly casters.
Well, consider what's happened. We lost the biggest pillar of magic to a summoning spell that, demons come pouring in. They're going to want to control that. Evidently, they seem to believe that it was caused by some spellcaster or some spell gone wrong. So, to be fair,
Okay, I get your point about the summoning magic, but actually registering every caster whatsoever, that goes way beyond. It's like completely overblown.
look, that's going to be tough on everyone. Lords can openly seize property. Like I said, slavery is legal again.
Wait. Did you say the lords can just take property back completely?
Yeah, basically.
And you're aware that this place now gets registered by your name? Did you clear that legal issue?
So is Penman a lord then?
I have overnight seemed to have become a very prominent member of Waterdeep. I don't know how. It's a thing now, though, so that's fun. But
So
yes, we legally own this property, and there's going to be no foreseeable problems
Unless they seize it.
unless they seize it. Which,
And-
at which point, we have fallbacks. So live it up. Let's go. God, it'll be
And
fun.
will that and if that happens, does that payment on this place continues?
Oh, of course not.
You sure about that? We
Why
kind of
would
lost mana, but we're still paying about his resurrection.
You know, we be fine.
Now here's
they
an
gonna do?
example of Slub playing the devil's advocate. I don't know why.
You know, look, what are they gonna do? Kill him again? Yeah, he was already dead. Simple matter of fact is, we own this place. Everything's gone more crazy and bugged out of their minds, which is understandable. There's dragon cultists everywhere. We saw the degree to which they're able to push in. Daggerford is just down the road, whether we like it or not. And, you know, there's a war on. I don't know if you've noticed.
No one attacked the city. Although technically Daggerford is about 2 days ride. Or day ride.
Yeah, about a day.
Yeah, that will give him a reason to bed up in arms.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much that affects the law. Just like I said, I'm looking.
Anything else?
I think that's it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got some new digs. That was fun.
Well, congratulations about that.
The new outfit, the new
Yes.
house.
Let's just say, you know, being heroes has its perks.
Oh,
Well-
there's also the just as a reminder, the gray hand thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I kind of mentioned that I'm a very prominent member of Waterdeep now. Are the rest of these guys also signed up, or was it just me?
Oh, it seemed like it was all of you.
Oh, okay,
Like
yeah.
it was there's at least you were all offered, if not like automatically inducted, or not.
Yeah, I don't remember ever being asked.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't. Certainly.
Okay.
We just are.
Also, I guess it's worth noting that we've all been invited to join the Grey Hand.
Is it like some sort of a night order or something for the city?
It's like the A team of guard. It's like the best, brightest of the guards, but you know, free agents, I guess.
Is it free
It's-
agents? Because
Not
technically
really.
we're not supposed to
Not so
belong
much.
to the city.
No, it's pretty much just a band of adventurers who are retired or are holding down roots in Waterdeep at the moment and will come to the sea's defense.
Ben,
They're a bunch of,
Did you
yeah.
forget about the retirement plan?
It's not necessarily something that would interfere with our Zent work, I don't feel.
Look, Marcus might go completely apeshit and denounce the Zent. Personally, I'm not gonna hunt him down for that, but he probably should have been. But I'm not in the point right now that I'm feeling comfortable of doing something like that or completely aligning us with the city. We still have our own plans here, right?
Of course, I guess we have. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of setting up shop.
Well, we have our own objectives and our own plans. We can't be tied down to too many. We already have enough strings attached to us. How many more can we have?
I don't know.
Well, it's like I said, it was an offer. No one signed you up.
Are you sure?
Actually, no. But we'll probably want to go meet with them and discuss that.
I guess we need to do that as well.
Well, I guess let's go register. I don't really like it, but I don't really feel like dealing with the law.
Well, actually, this is something that Alokin might think about. Does registration for magic is only applies to citizens of the city, or does it apply to anyone in the city?
I would assume it would apply to anyone in the city that can use magic, but
Probably safe.
as it is, that is a good question. What was that?
It's probably a safe assumption.
It's the safer of the two assumptions.
Ah, well.
All right, let's go do this.
Okay.
I don't like it.
So I guess you guys are heading to the palace.
Before we head to the palace, though, I'm gonna take
Uh-huh.
off my amulet. Just put it in my pocket.
Okay.
My amulet
That's
of
the-
non-detection.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Because I'm trying to think, like, what would this stupidly smart wizard think, and then how would they track, this and the third. And I think my amulet's gonna come into play a little bit here in the near future, so I'm gonna take it off.
Okay.
Put it in your chest.
I'm just gonna take it off and put it in my pocket for right now. So the magic shouldn't be activated. The effect shouldn't be active.
Okay.
On purpose.
Oh, well.
All right, let's go do this.
Okay. So you get to the palace, and the guards recognize you and wave you through. And the palace is sort of a madhouse. There's people scurrying in every direction, and I mean, you've been here a couple of times before. It's during council meetings, and it has never been this busy. And there's lines everywhere.
I'm gonna in my little boots, my wing boots, just kind of float around and see if I can get a look at if I recognize anyone that's semi-important.
Let me see. There's well, I mean, there's a number of bureaucrats rather than lords that are sort of prominent in there, and shortly after you walk in, someone in the let's see. It's a man in a gray sort of official-looking outfit of the sort of the bureaucratic class. Walks up to you and says, "If I'm correct, Alekin, Slar, and Penben, correct?"
Correct. And Marcus should be somewhere within the city.
I see. Please come with me. You are overdue.
You were expecting us.
That always means great things.
Oh, This is the Blackstaff Tower, correct?
Oh, that's the palace.
Oh, this is
The
like
palace.
The palace. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Although, like in canon, the Watchful Order is based out of the Blackstaff Tower, but that doesn't make sense to me. So it's out of the palace.
That's fine.
Yes, there was an agreement signed that you would. I have Penben's signature, but it hasn't been made official for Alakon and Slar yourselves. But I'm sure that's just a formality.
Now, what's this signature for exactly?
Oh, for the Grey Hands.
We're already part of an organization. I don't know if we can afford to be split in between two. And as I'm saying that, I'm kind of like looking at Panben.
Hey, we could talk about this later.
Ah, yes. You're part of the.
What does being part of the Grey Hand entail to begin with?
Well, historically, they have been watch of the last resort. When there is a disturbance in town, usually along the lines of some fell creature crawling up from the sewers. When the regular city watch cannot overcome it, the Grey Hand is sent for. I was given assurance from on high. I'm not sure exactly whom, but I would imagine it would be one of the lords that the duties would not be in conflict.
Well, I think that answers my question.
Okay. And as you walk, you come to his office. He says,
Where were the Grey Hands when the Blackstaff Tower was attacked?
So, yes, you say that the Grey Hand is the forefront, the elite guard, but when the Blackstaff Tower was attacked, it was the three of us and Marcus leading the charge into the Blackstaff Tower to rescue the current Blackstaff and the tower itself. Where was the Grey Hand?
That is a very good question. It does sometimes. There's sometimes a delay in calling them. There's deliberations that at least in the past must occur before they can be employed. Although in the wake of that disaster, much has been done to streamline.
How many do currently own a rank among the Grey Hand?
Including yourselves?
I guess right now it's more including Panben.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, again, I was assured that it was a formality. But check on that. I believe the current membership, including Panbed but excluding yourselves, would be 21.
So there's about 20, and they all failed to come to the rescue of the Blackstaff Tower.
Hmm.
Now, I
not
guess
so
you're not the
much,
right person to say this to,
not-
but I'm going to say it anyway.
It
That
might
does
be,
not give much confidence in such of an organization.
It might be impolitic to say that they failed to come, so much as they were not alerted in time. And again, much has been done
I'm pretty
to streamline
sure
the process.
that Lady Silverhand came out screaming, "Get everyone to the tower," and that went out to every guardhouse in the city.
If every random town's guard was able to make it there, well, not every, if the majority of that sector's town's guard was able to make it there, the palace sector, I'm sure word would have reached the palace as well.
One would imagine. However, often when the hand is employed, much collateral damage results. Thus, in the past, there has been some concern as to when they should and should not be brought to the fore. That may account for the delay.
Well,
I say this might not be so bad.
well, Alakin, considering this, I guess we are pretty much poor candidates for this organization. We are prompt, and we don't do that much of a collateral damage, don't we?
I would agree. Actually, I think the three of us here do the least amount of collateral damage. I don't do any damage.
Okay, out of character, I know that the person we're speaking right now is just the messenger,
Some random dude.
but my intention is to make him sweat, and I am setting the stage that we are not going to sign this.
Okay.
They're going to have to convince us.
Yeah, there's no reason for. I don't see any convincing here. Like, you're going to offer us a position in some random thing that we have never seen until just now, and has not shown up to any. Hasn't helped us fight the Beholder. Blackstaff. When no one was defend the town of Daggerford. You know, like, we're the elites, and we're just now hearing about you, that you haven't been to any of these elite things, including
I remember they mentioned them slightly on our first excursion in the city when we cleared that ghosts. But yeah, I'm just right now. Slar is not being impressed.
Yes.
I'm not impressed either. I was about to ask him, how many magic users do they have within their ranks as well, and where do they rank amongst the tops in the academies? Because at this point,
well, I'm sure I wouldn't be privy to the latter part of that information. To the best of my knowledge, I believe about half of them are casters of some sort.
Half of them were casters, and none of them showed up to defend Blackstaff Tower.
Well,
that is
yeah.
I'm not sure if any of them were members of the Blackstaff Tower, perhaps.
I wouldn't say this is strictly formality anymore.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna, like, sorry, I've lost interest, and I'm going to, like.
No, I'm going in. I'm going to talk, but I'm really not I'm going to be nice about it, but I'm not going in just for the formalities.
I'm literally just dismissing him. My magic boots are turned on. I'm just, like, fluttering away slowly.
Okay.
To wherever.
He says, one moment. Of course, I cannot compel you to join, but given the current state of affairs in the city, I would certainly suggest it.
I mean, this is out of character. How many people are we going to be working for? We're our souls are essentially signed over to the Zhentarim. We're also somewhat soul tied to Apollyon. Who else am I missing here? Slaughter and Ben.
Well, the Slar has a few personal deeds, but that doesn't matter.
You have one in particular. Panben has his own network of things and people and things. Evan? Spencer?
Can you hear us?
Sorry, just fixing that again. Could you repeat?
Well, we're being offered to join the Silver Hands or whatever.
Gray hand.
And we're just talking about, well, we're already soul tied to the Zhentarim. We're already our soul signed over to Apollyon. The council has us committing tasks for them, and we're doing that in the name of the Zhentarim. So how many people we're going to end up working for if we sign up for these guys too? And
Well-
so far, Slar and I are not impressed by any means.
Well, the problem is I'm already on the list. That's
Well, that's kind of your problem right now.
yeah, that's just a me problem. But you guys are free to do whatever you like. I mean, if you don't want to, it's fine. I'm sure.
Also, this sounds like
Say-
we just asked some questions like, okay, well, if you guys are the elites, where have you been this entire time? Like, no one has stepped forth to help fight the Beholder in the underground, or no one showed up to fight the pit fiends in the Wizard's Tower. Apparently, half of them are magic users, so they should have some divination magic, some
Or movement magic that will get them to where they needed.
stuff. Even though teleportation doesn't really work inside the city, I imagine, but there's stuff.
Fly.
Fly, that's an option. So far,
Anyway, I'm going to be polite enough to go into the conversation, but it's not a formality anymore.
Yes.
my only reason for not outright leaving is registering my magic ability, I guess. Oh yeah, and you know what?
Yes.
That reminds me. I have to do my port dice. Jesus.
All right. He says, well, if you don't wish to sign up at this time, I suppose, yes, you should go ahead to the office of the Watchfolder's office of the Registrar. I
Okay,
can.
so I want to understand. So they only want us to sign. They're not want us to talk to anyone. It's completely just sign here or get the fuck out. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm trying to understand.
Oh, well. So you wish to speak with one of the current members? Who is it that you would? What additional information do you need?
Well, someone just I don't know, invited us or something like that into the Grey Hand. I'm not. I'm guessing it's not something that you just buy your way in. Hopefully not.
No, of course not. Yes, I believe that it was one of the lords that suggested that your contingent be offered a place in the hand. Which is, again, why I thought that it might be politic to go ahead and join, but again, I cannot compel you.
Who suggested us to this kind of position?
Again, one of the masked lords.
Ah, one of the masked lords.
Hmm.
Well, then that masked lord is invited to come and talk to us, or we don't sign anything.
Real quick, no, and I'm interrupting here, Brad. When you get a chance, send Penman the information regarding that bullwhip, because it's the same thing. I would have identified it as such.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop for just a second.
Yes, I'm sure that whoever this lord was, he or she will make his reaction and expectations evident.
And I'm using the Rory's telepathic bond. I think it's still on. To tell
I think so.
Penvan. I don't know if what's the story with you, but with your reaction, I'm guessing you should repeal your singing.
At the same time, though, it seems like an interesting thing to be a part of, and I don't mind having a finger in a few pies.
I just like to have only so many people throwing into the flames.
Well, I'm also gonna ask you guys, like, well, they haven't even told us of any benefits, no pay, status, position. There's nothing. It's sign here, work for us. All right. Well, when you
Yeah.
work, when you get something in return, we haven't been told anything.
So, let me see.
And they haven't said anything. I'm not saying this out loud. I'm thinking this to the two of them. And besides, why would we align ourselves with the losing side? Because we know who's winning right now. We've already been aligned with the two winning sides.
Well, it is of course it is of course very prestigious, and there is a small stipend, but I don't think that is generally the motivating factor. It is 100 gold per month.
No, again, this is us thinking.
Oh yes, sorry. Okay.
So he doesn't know what's going on.
Okay, so you're not if you're not yeah, he doesn't say that if you're not asking.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not the point.
The point is, why align ourselves with the losing, straight up, not even why would we align ourselves with the losing faction when we have alignments with the Zhentarim, which are moving in force, and Apollyon, who is more than likely behind the scenes pulling the strings for all these new laws going on. At least that's my character's assumption right now.
The way I'm
That
seeing
seems
it,
kinda reasonable.
it's a play to bind us into another group, and it's more to put shackles on us because we're pretty much doing our own thing in the city, than actually helping us in any way.
Yeah. So no. There is zero incentive or reason to align ourselves to this third party when we already have our souls bound to two separate parties, and they don't give us any real benefits to begin with.
Yeah.
We're basically working for charity here, and having two separate bosses is enough. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna go find me where to register, and then I'm leaving this shithole. I wouldn't say shithole. I'm leaving the palace.
Agreed.
Okay. So you guys head out of that office, and after asking around a little bit, find the line for the office of the registrar of the watchful order, and of the many lines in the palace, this is at least one of the longest. So, do you just get into the back of the line and cool your heels, or what do you do?
Basically.
Okay.
Okay, for a big city, having maybe a thousand or two casters, and I think this law is about 2 weeks old. I'm a bit surprised that the line is that long.
Maybe it takes time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Came at a bad time.
probably also like most laws, when you pass them, they have a certain amount of time to go into effect.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way to send maybe a letter that we sign in. That's all.
Well, that's one reason why I'm here. I'm going to ask, like, how does it work? And then, of course, what's the point of registering a mage or wizard, rather? And how would you know if one is casting spells? Like, how do you detect them? I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I have assumptions already because I am a divination wizard. And this is my specialty. But this is the reason why I took off my medallion.
Yeah. So, after you've been in line for about 20 minutes, another person in these gray robes comes up, a different one, and says, "Excuse me, sirs.
Yes.
You are, is it Alokin, Smar, and Penben?"
Yes.
Yes.
If you would come with me, there is a person of some significance who wishes to speak with you.
And who is this person?
I am not at full liberty, but I assure you, it comes from the some of the highest levels.
Fine.
Oh well.
Yeah, I see no problem.
Kind of saw this one coming.
Yeah.
Okay. So they take you up a couple of flights of stairs to a very lavish office, but one that doesn't have a whole lot of character to it. It has the feeling of offices that are set aside for some high muckety muck's use, but not their permanent office or anything like that. Standing behind a desk is someone in one of the Lords of Waterdeep masks, and their overall body shape looks make perception checks.
Oh.
Okay.
21.
know who is
What do
this?
you know?
Where's perception?
I'm gonna do it.
Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
I got 20. We're actually all pretty up there.
Yeah. So
I rolled
you, despite the mask, you recognize them as that is definitely the person that you spoke to in the library of the Black Tower before things went down.
Uh,
I don't remember what I said to him though.
wait a second. You mean the one that was interested in the Dragon group, the Emeralds?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So well, we met again.
Thank you for coming. And female. And Slar, you notice that there's a certain nervousness there, like not fear, but maybe concern, worry, something like that. She says, "Thank you for coming. I am, to be blunt, concerned at recent events, as you might imagine. What can you tell me about Lady Silverhand, as to her recent actions, disposition, anything?"
Mentally, I'm gonna tell the guys. Remember the story we came up with, where she went to seal the portal from the other side, and we haven't seen her since.
You
That's
can
what I'm
handle
telling
that.
you. What's up?
I'll let you handle that.
Well, that's what I'm telling you guys that mentally, and then that's what I'm going to say. Like, the last time we saw Lady Silverhand was going into the Blackstaff Tower when it was under attack. She said she was going to attempt to close it from the other side, and that's the last I've seen of her.
All right.
Okay. Well, make a deception check.
Everybody?
I'm going to use my portent
Well-
dice and give myself an 18 for my
Okay.
So 18 plus my charisma, 19 total, because I don't have any deception skill. So
Okay.
19 total.
Okay. Let me see.
I'm not using it in combat. Not expecting this for that, but hey, it came in useful.
Yep.
I saw this coming. Not surprised. So yeah, if we divide the gold evenly, what's 15k divided by 4?
That's difficult. Why would dividing it by 4? We gave most of it to Penman already. It should be by 3.
That is true. Hammond does usually end up with all the goddamn money. This guy has a 28. You know what? No, he doesn't. Oh, but it doesn't even matter because I don't have anything that would be lower than mine.
3,750.
Huh?
3,750.
Yeah.
She says, "I see. So, you haven't seen her in, when was the last time you saw her? That was the last time you saw her, was,
Just before going into the tower.
Yep, before going to the tower. And that's actually the truth, even though we know why. Plus 10, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a Lord of Waterdeep. She's gonna be pretty,
Yeah.
insightful.
That's her craft. It makes sense. That she lives in lies and secrets and all that shit. And my powers.
Well,
That's her insight roll, huh? And I don't even have a bad dice to give her. Otherwise, I'm like, yes. Take it.
Bam. She says, and what do you know of recent politics amongst the lords?
Look, we
Shrug
just
my
came back
shoulders.
into town a few hours ago. We were kind of sent to kill a dragon.
Yeah, we were sent to protect Daggerford, but and we did for the initial couple attacks, but it eventually burned to the ground.
Oh.
4 against a small army and a black dragon, which we killed, by the way. I'm going to point to Pevin, which he actually got the killing blow. But there's only so much 4 people can do. Where were the what are these guys called? The Silver Hands, the Gray Hands.
Yes.
Gray
it's
hand.
great.
Yeah, where were the Gray Hands then? Or when we were attacked at the tower, when we were defending it, the 4 of us and the Black Staff. And the current Black Staff, where they're the only real ones doing anything. But all the Acolytes have.
One would imagine that an institution such as the Academy would be able to take care of itself.
Well, when faced against pit fiends and other demons from the 9 hells, or devils, whatever you want to classify them as, most of the people in the Blackstaff Tower that we came across were acolytes.
I see. I feel that perhaps you're holding something back, and that is unfortunate, because I believe we could be of some assistance to each other, as I mentioned at our last meeting. But if you haven't been here at all, then you wouldn't know anything about current political issues, I suppose.
Not just we're kind of picking up pieces as we travel along. I'm just wondering how they plan to enforce registering every wizard in Waterdeep, and what does it even matter? How do they even track it?
Yes, that proposal was of some concern as well, though certainly not as shocking as the repeal.
What repeal?
Of the laws against slavery, of course.
Ah, that's right, slavery. Well, more of an interest to me than slavery is what is the law regarding using the undead here, then? Since technically an animated corpse is a slave, is that still illegal then?
I believe that would be up to the magistrate who is made aware of it. I think that unfortunately many magistrates, seeing which way the winds are blowing, would make note of it, but not take any steps to correct such a heinous misuse of magic.
Look, here's what I know about current events. We went out into the Blackstaff Tower and fought our way for blood and muck and whatever else demons throw at you to clear it out. And we did that. And our reward for that was to be sent out on a ship mission to protect the city just about a day's ride away. And when we come back from this, looked like everyone was using that time to shift the politics completely off. So, if you're asking us if we know what happened here, no, we don't. But all current events that since we're coming back, I'm not very keen on them right now.
On that, you and I agree.
Just a quick question: was it your idea to try to send us to the Grey Hands?
No. I have, to be honest, no idea what that was about. It seems like a spot of maneuvering, but I don't see the end game of it.
Hmm.
Perhaps, what would be best, given that I'm not sure what direction the events are going, other than the obviously in a bad direction. Perhaps it would be possible to hire you for bodyguard services.
You what?
I'm gonna hire us as bodyguards.
Well, your successes, other than the, I suppose, Daggerford didn't go very well, but there has been, much note made of them, and the fact that you were willing to at least try to save Daggerford when no one else would. It does it does mean something, given the let's say precarious position that I find myself in. Although, before making such an agreement, it might be best to get to the bottom of what it is that you are holding back about Silverhand. That would, of course, put my mind at ease.
I'm gonna mentally ask Slar, should I?
I have no idea.
Suggestion?
She's offering money to not have her killed. Seems like something we might be able to handle. Plus, isn't this the lady who just had a hard-on for Marcus and all his magic dragon stuff?
This is true.
Yeah, what's the worst trouble she can get into?
Prying. I don't like that she's prying, but fine. I'll say you two can take the lead on this one. I'm going to keep quiet.
Well, yeah.
Even though I used my best ability, he saw through my act.
All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. In terms of
Remember that we mentioned that she went to close the gate from the other side? I helped her in that. I sent her to hell. Exactly where she wanted to go. She said she had her own way to come back.
you don't have to dig too much into that. I mean, she wants to hire us as bodyguards.
For how long?
That-
For how much? To do
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna
why
ask.
does she need bodyguards for what specific event?
She said,
'Cause we're not just gonna be like, hey, come on over right now. Someone's attacking me. Like, we're not the police. We do a job for a certain a preordained time, and then once that time is up, you're on your own. Like, I'm telling you this in, like, mentally. I'm not speaking out loud.
I spoke out loud for her.
she says, that, you had mentioned that she was Cecilia. If the last time you saw her, you sent her to hell, then that would perhaps account for it. I believe that she was.
She knew the risks.
Yes. I believe that she was one of the ones who voted for repealing the law on slavery, which is, of course, very much out of character for her. And I don't know exactly what this means for Waterdeep, but it cannot be a good thing at all, of course.
But wait, did she just say that Silverhand was one of the ones who was willing to repeal slavery?
That's what she said.
Yeah, I was like, I'm exhausted from working. I've only got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep from last day, but that just woke me up. So, okay. All right. Okay.
Internally, I'm telling Azazel, I guess that little gift worked out for you.
But the laugh you hear is nothing like that.
Well, we're not in prison, so.
So,
Look, from what it sounds like right now, I think the city has bigger problems than just slavery.
perhaps, as repugnant as that is, if a legend such as her has been somehow co-opted by devils, that is grave news indeed. And that in and of itself is not actually the reason why I wish to employ your services. I believe that the cult of the dragon may, if they can find appropriate resources, may attack me personally.
And why is that?
Let's just
Very
call,
specific thing.
let's just call it politics.
For how long? I'm gonna speak up. Like, for how long would you want our protection?
It is difficult to say. I believe that the situation with the cult is indeed coming to a head, but I do not know.
Hmm.
Internally in the communication, I don't see a problem playing bodyguard,
Yeah.
but I guess we would do it much better if we knew where to attack.
Yeah, the bodyguard means sticking to her and defending her, not so much going on the defensive.
Yeah.
So the question to me is, for how long and how much will it interfere? Does she want all of us bodyguarding her at the same time, or is this for a one-time event, or is this for a elongated period?
This would be until the cult is no longer a threat.
Which still raises the question of how much does the city involve, and will it employ the services of the Zhentarim as a whole?
Yes. Well, I realize that you gentlemen yourselves have much on your plate. For personalized services from heroes of some renown, I could offer, let's say, 1,000 gold per day. But if it's for your new recruits, I suppose if I were to, I'd be willing to offer something just to be to station myself amongst them and have that degree of protection. But I do have guards already, so that is of considerably less value to me. Let's say 50 gold per day.
I am mentally so still not seeing too big of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, the price isn't bad, but she didn't clarify, is it 1,000 per person or for the group per day?
For the group.
Okay, I was gonna say, I imagine it's for the group.
Well, the pay is nice, but again, practically speaking, it will block us into very limited set of actions of what we can do.
Well, should you be called upon to say further missions involving the defeat of the cult, I understand, and we could do a mix, just depending on what is feasible logistically.
Do you want just one of us guarding you at all times, or do you want all 4 of us to guard you at all times? Or for the times that you're asking?
I suppose one directly on hand, with the others being within within reasonable reach. Be able to be called upon within a minute or so.
Do you have the sending spell?
Personally?
Or actually, yeah, do you have any magics at all yourself?
Actually, let me...
If she does, then I'm going to ask her if she has a spell with sending. She can always contact us that way.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask her for a lock of her hair.
Keen, you're
I
learning
think
stuff.
yeah.
But I just need a possession of hers so I can teleport to her at a moment's notice.
Okay.
Maybe other things.
No, I do not. I am not a caster as such. As for my hair, you say it is so that you can teleport to me? I will have to.
Oh wait, no, that doesn't work in the city, does it? I should know that. I'm just.
Yeah.
But you can use that to locate her if she's being abducted.
It's true. I do have locate, things. I could use worst case scenario. If something were to happen to you when we aren't immediately in the area, I can use your belongings, a personal object. The easiest thing is a lock of hair to find you and track you down.
I see.
That is a service I do provide.
Conditionally, I would be amenable to that. I would need to consult with consult with someone on the advisability.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I mean, I'm amenable to this arrangement.
Yeah, we can work something out with this.
Excellent, excellent. So I was informed that you were in line to register with the Watchful Order, yes?
Yes. To register myself on SLAR as magic users. I also have questions as to how they plan on tracking people in this manner. Because even if you're a registered user, there's no real way to see what particular wizard or magic user casted XYZ spell in this location, unless they're all being scribed constantly.
I am again, that is something that I've had some briefing on, but I don't believe that I've been made privy to all the details, nor do I necessarily trust the report. I have heard some mention that, like the lock of hair you requested, that some sort of is it talismanic component is being required of those who are not above suspicion.
What do you mean?
A drop of blood, a lock of hair.
So you will also scry.
Well, certainly it must not be possible to scry on every user of magic within the city. But there may be some sort of the Watchful Order, amongst its senior members, possesses a number of magics that are not in common usage. They may, and I believe they do have ways to discern the exact nature of events after they happen.
All right. Well, I understand for the most part. Flar?
What?
Any objections?
To what? To protecting her?
Well, protecting her, signing up, registration, whatever, so on and so forth.
Well, right now I don't see any way out of registration.
Yep.
But we might want to check out on this law and how it works, and maybe there's a way to repeal it.
Simon?
I don't know. Just gonna end up. Look, we can agree to try to do our best to keep her safe. She doesn't want to give her gold. Just get some rookies or someone to keep an eye on her, and then take her money for as long as we can get it.
Okay, so sounds like there's general agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says, excellent, thank you. And I believe that I can, given that, I can waive have the registration waived at this time.
I'm sure
Much
our
obliged.
friends here would be quite happy, yeah.
Okay. This is
Actually-
the first good thing that's happened since we got back.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Out of character, I'm really interested in seeing how does Lady Silverhand, Union Improved, is handling Apollyon. Because technically they're supposed to live under the same shack.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Although it sort of an interesting factor is that the person who you're talking to, and I guess she'll I should just once you come to the agreement, she well, does she? Let me think about that. Yeah. It seems she takes off her mask, and sorry. And she is not there. Okay, there. Pull that up again. Sorry.
Now loading bread.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, when she takes off her mask, and she seems sort of familiar.
Does she compare looks to my assistant who's been quiet this whole time?
Oh yes, her.
That's fine.
uh,
I'm trying to, like, again, if I wasn't so tired, I'd be able to, like, role play her out a little bit better, but for the most part, she's eye candy right now.
okay.
Holding nothing.
No, I mean she's pretty, but she's not like, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. She's no you know, like masturbatory fantasy. She's
She's Jessica Rabbit with half-elf ears. How much more fantasy can you get?
She's no hell.
no. I mean and she says, "Oh, I've been rude, but you must understand the caution. There is a reason why the masked lords remain masked."
Now we attack.
Yeah, I'm Nazra. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I guess do get history checks.
Sure. Nope.
Open up my character sheets. I should be good at these.
Okay. So, Alokan, you think that she has been seen in sort of Waterdeep, you know, upper crust circles, but not as like a mover and shaker, more as like a frivolous socialite.
Sorry, I'm really trying to stay awake here. I'm dying.
Okay.
Slowly.
Or at least she's trying to get herself look like frivolous.
So she's trying to look like a traveler? I have a spell for that.
Well, generally, I mean, like when she appears in public without the mask, there's definitely like this wealthy socialite persona that she puts on. So there is I have no other business here at the palace today. Do you recommend just returning to your compound, or how do you wish to proceed?
Okay, let's start with that. You mentioned that you concern about the cult making a play against you. So you're saying basically they have actions inside the city, right?
Do they have? Do I think that they have resources, personnel resources inside the city? Is that what you're asking?
Oh. Yeah.
Not to my knowledge, but given how close their forces have been, there is certainly a concern that they may attempt to infiltrate. or have infiltrated. But I have no intelligence has been gathered in that regard to my knowledge.
Hmm.
Okay.
We could perhaps check with Romalia and
Well, that's always a good
see if
option.
she knows.
Sometime over here. Well, if we're hired,
Okay.
what's your first objective?
Well,
Because we can just sit here and look pretty all day, and you can pay us for that. I'm sure you have things to do, and we have things to do as well. And I'm assuming she's saying she's told us we don't have to register now.
mhm.
Okay.
I would like to get to the bottom of this this new direction that the lords seem to be going in. If it's if Laurel Silverhand has been co-opted, perhaps she has. Perhaps she is in turn controlling others. Certainly, DeGault has changed his position on several matters. Perhaps we should speak to him or her. Although I would not wish to us to put ourselves at either of their mercies.
Hmm.
Okay, so out of character, let's see what we got. We need to investigate what kind of presence or effect the cult has inside the city. We need to see who Laurel Silverhand #2 has in effect right now. We might want to talk to her as well. She might be an ally, even if the current employer fears her. We need to see what's happening with Apollyon.
Hmm.
Did I miss anything out?
Not to my knowledge. We can do it a couple different ways. Apollyon, investigate individually, and go from there.
And all this we need to do while keeping around this little lady.
Sounds like a normal Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind taking first watch, and Penben, you can go and investigating about the immediate threat for her. Maybe after that we can switch, and I can see what's happening with Lady Silverhand.
I mean, I guess, but wouldn't it just make sense if we go all as a group? I mean, evidently he wants to meet us.
Well, going as a group, that's fine, but we still have to carry her around because we're guarding her. And that might not be a conversation that we want her to be privy of.
Well, wasn't... fine. Take turns babysitting.
Well, I'll take a shift as well. Preferably at the middle, but it's not a big deal either way. It's like 4 of us. We are allowed to take 2-hour shifts for guard and what have you during a long rest.
Yeah, well, works for me.
Oh.
I do, however, have Dimension Door, which should help me close the gap between her and I. So I'm going to pose the question again. So will you allow me to take a locket of your hair?
Well, let me consult with Mahar. He should be in the building right now.
Oh well.
So she takes you down a level and to to the Watchful Order's sort of executive offices, and after going through a number of sentries, she's sent in while the Watchful Orders, like guards, watch you rather than having you join in on that conversation. Is that yeah?
What conversation? Most of it's happening in our heads.
Yeah. So, I mean, she doesn't seem to have a problem with being separated from you guys, at least for this talk. Are you throwing up red flags?
No, but I am gonna tell the guys before she walks away that should I let her in on our brain talk?
No.
On our psychic talk. Okay then. There was no hesitation there, so that's fine. Then no.
Okay.
I'm literally like trying to stay awake, so I'm gonna give me some more water.
Okay. So Mahar comes out with her a couple minutes later, and this is Mahar Zeltun, the current leader of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. And he says, I have some reservations about my lady's choice of protectors. I have to be honest. But I do not take issue with the precaution of taking a hair clipping so long as you fellows are willing to entrust the same with me.
I think that's Elkin needs to reply to that one. He's the one who asked it.
Well, I'm gonna say it won't do you much good. But fine.
Of course,
We'll
think
do.
nothing of it.
I'm saying that it won't do you much good taking my hair, because if we're your bodyguards, we have to find you, not so much the other way around. And you won't be able to find me with magic.
Oh? Why is that?
Because I'm a gnome. That's part of our specialty, our heritage. Not only that, I'm a divination wizard. It's part of our specialty and our heritage.
Interesting. Very well. I will take you at your word. But just for the sake of propriety isn't the term. Just so that all bases are covered, if you would.
That's fine. I'm gonna pull out my dagger and cut out like a lock of my own hair.
Okay.
This is probably gonna bite me in the ass later, but
well, yeah. You do know that this guy does have a pretty good reputation in the city of being,
that's fine.
very straightforward and honest, and merely looking out for the best interests.
That's fine.
Yeah. But politics has changed a lot lately.
Yeah, and I'm also being very, very candid because it won't do him any good to find me because reasons.
Yes.
And there's this thing called gnome cunning. But yes, that's it.
Okay.
So I give him my hair. I expect a lock of hers in return.
Okay. And Panben and Slar, are you amenable as well, or no?
No, this is directly from me to them because I'm the one who can cast the finding magic.
Yep.
It's like,
He asked for it. No, we didn't.
Yeah, this is for me so we can find you, or so at least I can find you, and then the quicker we find you, the faster we can get to you.
Marhar says, I understand, and I realize that the aid I might be able to provide should it be necessary may not be timely enough, but but again, given given the stature of your charge, I think it is best if I have an easy way to track down all of you, especially if I may not be able to do so in Alokin's case. Yes.
That's on them. You have my hair. I told you it's not going to do you much good, but you have my hair.
All the more reason to have your compatriots as well.
We're making this a bigger deal than it has to be. You don't give me her hair, fine. That just slows down the process of us being able to reach her.
I understand that, and I think it is a good precaution for you to have it. But again, we should cover all bases.
I'm gonna look at you two. It's like, when does our shift start? When do we start protecting the Nazra? You said?
Yes.
Okay, when do we start protecting Nazra?
Immediately, of course.
All right. When is she most likely to be attacked?
That I do not know.
When do you think when do you want our services more directly? Because we can't be tied to the hip at all times.
Nazra says, they have infiltrated the city and are watching. They most likely would attack while we were in transit, rather than ensconced here at the palace or at your manor.
I'm gonna ask the other guy. He's also a wizard, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any sets of sending stones? Or do you know where I could procure some?
Yes, I can have some set up.
Because that would be an alternative manner for us to reach each other. That, or if you want to cast a spell sending yourself, that would be good too.
I would be willing to lend out a pair should your less arcanely inclined companions have need to reach me.
Well, it's not so much about the uninclined, it's the fact that should something happen, I'll check in every so often, but I can't be doing it all day. To reach us at a moment's notice, there has to be a method in open communication, and the sending stones are the most convenient open communication between the two groups. So
I concur.
I'm gonna look at Panda and Slar. If you guys want to go, I'll hang around until we can get them, and then I'll come join up.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I can always message you guys.
And where does she go? Is she staying right here for now, or is going out?
Oh. Well, I mean, she's sort of waiting for you guys to figure out how you wish to proceed.
I'm telling them to go, and I'm gonna have my familiar climb out of my pouch and go onto Kanban.
Actually, keep your familiar with me. I'll stay guard on her. We might go to Ramalia and see what information she has about this, and Penben can go and dig around on his sources, see what he knows about the cult activity.
So the three of us split up completely? It's 1-1-1?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I need you more immediately next to us.
Alright, well in that case I'm gonna start casting very telepathic bomb between the three of us again. Like I'm sure they're gonna be like, okay, he's gonna cast a spell in front of us.
But yeah, but he recognizes it.
Yeah. I figured he would. I'm gonna cast that between the three of us. I'll leave with my familiar and then we can part ways.
So before you go, he once again presses gentlemen the hair, please.
Well, we've never received hers, and I'm dropping the subject because they don't want to give their hair. I don't blame them. And we have another means of communication. That's the entire point, communication. I think we've come to an agreement as to how to communicate, so that subject is dead. And I'm going to continue walking out.
Okay.
Because she never did give us her hair either, so it's like, okay, they have my hair. And as I'm leaving, I'm walking out, I'm pulling my amulet out of my pocket and putting it back on.
So Mahar and Nazra look at each other. And she takes out a knife and cuts off a lock.
Yeah, I'm already out the door, so I don't know what good that's gonna do. So unless she's gonna run after me, I'm like, here's my hair, which is gonna be kind of funny. Like I'm already gone. Please,
Okay.
Anglican, take my hair. Please take my hair.
Have your assistant take it.
Assistant is following me out the door. She still hasn't said anything yet. I haven't thought of anything for her to do or say.
Uh,
And who am I talking to again?
oh, you mean Mahar?
Yeah, Mahar.
Uh,
I don't remember who she is. Like I said, I'm trying. I just took a couple of caffeine pills. Which is gonna fuck up my sleep later. But
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you just walk out.
What to do? This impotent little gnome just
Yeah.
basically waved you guys off.
Not just the impotent little gnome, the whole trio is a group of dipshits.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, we don't have time to dance around this. We're gonna get things done. Otherwise, we're gonna be sitting here all day, like, please give us your hair. No, after the second or third time, go fuck yourself. We're leaving.
Okay. Nazra shrugs as you leave. Mahar looks at Slar and Panben and says, "Gentlemen, perhaps you should explain yourselves."
Okay, Slar is getting up and he's about to leave, and he's saying this. Look, on recent events, I've been hearing a lot of activity about the Grey Hand and the Watchful Order, but I haven't seen any of you doing any work. And I'm not going to give a personal marker for myself and bind myself to any kind of organization, which I don't know exactly what he's doing or not doing. I feel that we can do our work much more efficiently if we are unhindered. And I'm looking back at Nazarian and say, we should get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. Would you like to come and have a visit with Thormalias?
She says, I believe speaking with her would be helpful. But I suppose I share Mahar's concern that in taking on a job of this importance, that for which you are being well compensated, that you are not willing to give such assurances in return.
I think our assurance is our track record. Look, we haven't signed anything, so technically we are not officially on any kind of contract right now. It's your call.
We have important things to do. You're not
Yep.
really one of them. You're a.
The pay is nice, but we work in our own ways.
Yeah, the pay is nice. We have things to
Pay
do.
is nice. I do like the money part of this.
Yes, that this is Mahar. That track record is impressive in some ways and of some concern in others. I think that perhaps it was best if instead the Watchful Order assigns a detail to her protection instead.
Well, I just look at her. Well, it's your money, it's your call. But if you're gonna do it our way, it's gonna be our way.
She says, with regrets, perhaps we should perhaps take this up later and hopefully in the future we will be able to come to an arrangement and be able to build greater trust.
I hope we will. And as far as I'm concerned, Slaw is going out.
Okay, that's fine.
And he's updating Alokin about that it blew up.
Oh, yeah, she rescinded her decision, and my response is, fuck her.
I'm just gonna sit there awkwardly for a few seconds and
I don't know if I'm amazed or shocked that Panvan was not talking his way out of all of this somehow.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why, like, this half asleep drunken asshole is doing most of the talking tonight, I think.
well, I feel, in terms of magic, you are more of the authority, and I can listen for a bit.
I'll say that is true. It's just that tonight I'm definitely not in the best of forms, and I can tell you for a fact I might not be available next Saturday due to Black Friday weekend. I might just be dead.
Yeah, well...
Not literally, but I'll just be fucking tired if I make it at all.
Yeah. And holidays do complicate things. So, I mean, if we wind up missing a session or two, it's understandable.
Yeah. I possibly might miss next session.
And I think it applies also to Alokin's behavior, but I'm sure it's about Slaw. Pretty much the last few hours were all one bad news after the other.
Yeah.
And Slaw's about as pissed as it gets, so fuck her.
I would say, I would double check, like, Pam, are you still in the room with her? Pam?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm checking with you. If you're still in the room with her, tell her that it's not so much that. But tell her in your own way, something sweetly, that if she wants our help, she knows where to find us. But we have things to do.
Okay.
We have time to hold hands.
Yeah. I'll kind of watch Slaw leave then, and close the doors. Well, that could have gone much better, honestly. You have to forgive them. I've had a long ride, and it's been a rough day, as you can assume, as anyone coming back into the city. But presented us with an interesting opportunity, and while we couldn't come to an agreement today, right now.
And
Yeah.
I'm interrupting you, like, in your head. Don't forget to tell her to go fuck herself.
My friends would like to reschedule to another part. Perhaps, but you're familiar where we may be found.
Yes.
Then,
Again,
please,
regrettable, but hopefully in the future we can work out an arrangement. And
of course.
Mahar says, yes, perhaps you can, and hopefully there'll be no misunderstandings going forward. I would hate for something unfortunate to happen. Like it. He's not exactly putting it as a threat. But then he adds, I understand that from time to time your group has had that misunderstandings are not new territory for you. Should there be, I believe that misunderstandings regarding property and murder have come up from time to time, and I would hate for anything like that to come up again.
Yes, that would be unfortunate if it came up again, because then there'd be no one left in Waterdeep to get anything done. But we talk too much. I must go and catch up with my companions. Please, enjoy yourselves. You never know how long you may be sitting in that chair. But, that's bureaucracy for you. One day you're at the top of your game, and next you're voted out. Anyway, I've been traveling.
He sighs. Good day, Pen.
Yep.
And
Very smooth way of saying go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
and
Well,
Nazra nods.
I say we still head out and see what the cult is doing in town. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna stop anything happening to that girl, but
I imagine if we go look for the cult, we're gonna find Marcus.
well, maybe.
Because he's not
Or
here
more
with us
like
right
Marcus
now.
will find us.
Yeah, I imagine we're gonna run into Marcus doing Marcus things and possibly turning into a dragon and breathing on the cultists and killing tons of collateral damage.
And then he would actually be admitted into the Grey Hand.
Yeah. It requires this much collateral damage to join.
Yeah, only Marcus.
Certainly.
Only Marcus.
Yeah. Which is completely a surprise to me. Marcus is probably the best candidate according to that track record. Panban is probably the least.
Yeah, I guess it'd be between Panbin and myself because I do like 0 damage. All my spells are controlled. So, like, I have not cast a single fireball or any AoE damage spell.
Yeah.
Full touch.
Yeah. Olokin's collateral damage is on a whole different scale.
Yeah. Different type of scale.
On that scale, I think he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Slars is up there too.
Not that high.
Arguably higher.
Yeah, it's arguable.
Yeah.
Because you did help me. You finished off the cleanup job, and then you did place the implement for infiltrating the wizard's tower, which is the reason why it went the way it did.
Yeah, I do. I know.
So I'd say it's a tough gain.
Yeah.
between
I
two
mean,
of us.
I understand there's no predicting that. When
Yeah.
Yeah, when I introduced it, I hadn't expected to have it go so far, but I don't know. It was interesting.
Seems
Yeah,
appropriate.
I'm not complaining about that. We earned that part fair and square,
Yeah.
or at least I did.
It seemed appropriate, so I'm not complaining. I might multi-class into 2 levels of.
Okay, so what are you doing to try and track down the cult in the city?
Well, I'm actually thinking of continue with what I originally said, going to Romalia and talking to her.
Okay.
Maybe Pemben can have a conversation with his sources.
I mean, Romali is my source. Is probably going to be the best source.
Well, we can go to Romalia then.
I'm assuming we're all talking mentally. I'm just gonna catch up with you guys. I didn't get very far ahead of you guys. Remember,
Yeah.
I only moved.
Yeah, short feet and stuff.
Yeah, so I would just wait outside for the 2 of you, and then we would go on our merry way like a trio, a happy trio of evil
Okay.
or chaos.
So let me see. If you guys could make investigate checks just to find her.
I am not proficient in investigate. I think
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not.
Unless you decide that you are.
Nah, I'm just gonna use my port dice. Screw it. I'm using my 16.
Okay.
So that'll be 20. Yeah, it'll be
One.
21. 21.
Okay. So she isn't at the palace. She's in a nearby tavern, but not the one where you guys were where they attempted to poison you. And she sees you enter and waves you over.
And over we go.
Huh?
She says, "Gentlemen, it is good to see you again. I wish the circumstances were better."
Whatever. Politics.
Yeah, we went out for 2 weeks and everything gone up the drain, I'd say.
Very much so. There's there's perhaps much to discuss, but what is it that brings you?
We don't have time to lollygag all day, unfortunately. We've been here for a few hours, and it seems as though our plate is full, even though we feel like we've just finished clearing and cleaning it the other day. Let's cover the big points. What has happened over the last 2 weeks that we've been gone? Information, that's why we're here.
Well, I'm sure you know that what happened at Daggerford and attacks in other various other towns along the Sword Coast have intensified. A delegation was sent to treat with a council of metallic dragons that apparently has failed or is failing. I gather that there's some chance of that a second delegation might be able to bring about a better result. She eyes you all.
I out of character, I think this is one point that we should wait until Marcus is around.
That's not a bad deal. But
Okay.
Marcus is, this is the whole dragon thing is kind of Marcus's
Yeah, totally.
his niche.
And okay, so then she moves on. But it seems like she's leaving it open for you guys to bring up again if you wish. Let me see what else. There's other than that, I'm not sure that there's anything else that I should say.
Any words about the cult sending agents in? Maybe trying to target some of the masked lords?
And maybe a number, so we have an idea as to how many we're looking for.
Well, for a time I would have said that would be impossible. For a few weeks, the precautions were being taken to prevent any such infiltration by doing rather thorough interviews on anybody entering the city. But that has had a negative economic impact and had to be suspended. So it is certainly possible that they could have, but I am none of my agents have reported a sighting of cultists. I have heard that a number of somewhat high-ranking members are not far from here. But whether or not they've actually attempted to enter the city itself, I don't know. I have no confirmation of such.
Interesting.
So there are what you can call officers from the cult within the vicinity, at least, of the city. Okay.
There was a
slide.
Yes.
Go ahead.
There was a sighting of one. What was his name?
Did he have wings or was he a human?
Human.
Okay.
By the name of. Neuronvein. An elf was somewhat nearby. And I believe there may have been another, but don't have that person's name.
Okay. Now, if I would have tried to do something like this, there are two options. Either I would try to get my own agents in and do the job directly, or I would try to hire someone within the city to do so. Who would be the best bets on assassins?
Other than yourselves?
I think we are a bit too open-handed about this to
Yes,
act as
yes,
assassins.
of course.
I think we stand out. just
Maybe
a little.
conquerors, but that's another story.
Well, of course, there's still the remnants of the eye. They, while there's been, while their surface operations, as far as I know, have been suspended, they do have some members in Skullport of some terrifying abilities as assassins. Not that would certainly pose a threat.
Have they shifted their personnel maybe closer to the city?
Not to my knowledge, but a shift in the Undermountain would be undetectable by my agents. None of them are stationed below the city. And there are other factions that might pose a threat is assassins, the Shadow Thieves, the Plague Rats, the Unseen.
So what you're saying is we might have to go into the underground again.
That is certainly an option. I'm not sure that would necessarily be helpful, though. I mean, it certainly couldn't hurt to. Well, it would be advantageous to remove the last remaining strength of the eye before they rebuild. But is that the best use of your time and efforts? I don't know. It's certainly any trek through the Undermountain is incredibly dangerous. And
Yeah. Sounds like we need to find these two officers. See
Yep.
what they're about.
Any idea where were they sighted last? Still almost sighted. It's not a bad place to start, at least, if he was spotted somewhere. Hammond can do his investigate thing.
I guess.
I could locate him if I knew who we were locating and had a component of his, but that's a different story.
We could look into it.
Hey, I'm efficient with investigation. I'm smart.
Yeah. I figure that could work. Wouldn't be against that.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, come from here, I'm dying. So I think I'm gonna bow out and let you two take
Okay.
the lead for however long you go on.
Well, perhaps perhaps we should just call it here.
Marcus does have one plot hook point here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a major one.
And if you cannot act, then guess you might as well.
Yeah, I'm basically about as useful as a rock right now. I might break a window if you toss me hard enough, but
Oh, that's easy.
surprised he had no encounters this session at all.
Yeah, it was all talking.
Yep.
Yeah. And for a change, I guess worse, Laura and I. You picked a bad day, and then
Yeah.
I'm just
Alright.
fading, sorry.
what's up?
I'm just fading.
Oh, you should. Okay, so yeah, let's definitely call it.
Yeah.
Let me
And
see.
his
So
very
thank you guys, and everybody who's watching. Thank you so much for checking it out. Ranger, I again apologize that that the link didn't work and that like I didn't follow up. I've had more balls in the air than time to juggle. But try that other link. I think that should go to the that should go to the other forum. I should be reachable that way. Let me see. In terms of stuff coming up, there's the Dark Revelations tomorrow. We'll be starting that a little bit late. I'm estimating like by a half hour, so starting like around 6, but I'm not entirely sure. That's my best guess though. And then this this Wednesday there won't be Secrets of Cats because I'll be busy watching cats.
thank you.
But after that, things should go back to regular schedule for a while. I think holidays kind of mess things up a bit because it's definitely my busy season since my day job is pet care, and during the holidays people go out of town en masse and busy. Anyway, you don't care about that. So I guess that's it. Thanks again. If you enjoyed this, please, if you haven't already, give the channel a follow so that you can get reminders when broadcasts are coming on. I've been very slowly starting to put old sessions up on YouTube, but it's way behind, but I'm getting to it.
Oh man, I watched some of our first session.
I know, and I apologize for them because they're painful. Oh man, but I mean, they do get better.
Oh, no. I was just laughing at the monk. Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, that was kind of funny. Yeah.
I was, I really was hoping.
Wait,
hey,
so that gem is summoning the monk?
hilarious. I don't think
I th-
Brad could roleplay how insane that kid tried to be.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah.
And he's like, I
It was
can
chaos.
pour water and freezes around me and become a big bowling ball. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick him up by his feet, sticking out the bottom, and swing him. Fuck it. He's gonna be my wrecking ball. And legitimately, yeah, everything he was talking about made sense and could have been feasible, but yeah. Totally insane combination of being a water genasi with the ever-flowing water gourd fountain spout thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like the rules don't cover that very well, except for it gives the ability to manipulate water, and he had plenty of it, and yeah, but it was a gray area that it was kind of a mess. I am not sad that I don't have to deal with that on an ongoing basis.
So you just gotta deal with two number crunchers, myself and Slar.
Yeah.
An amazing role player, and Marcus, who wants to fireball his own team more than the enemy.
Yeah, well, that's pure joy for me.
Marcus.
Well, the
I mean, it's a
fireballs?
mess,
Yeah, they're fun.
and but it's funny.
Yeah, I'm just glad that Alocan has like absorbed elements and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's been a lot of compensation for the possibility of getting a friendly fire at any time.
Friendly fire isn't.
Yes. Okay. Well, have a great night, morning, afternoon, whichever is appropriate for each of you. And thanks again.
See ya, folks.
All right, see you.
Bye. Sorry, I fell asleep for a second.
No worries.
But let me know when you cut the Twitch.
We'll do just a sec. I'm running acknowledgements.
Okay.